Hi guys! So today is going to be a sketch vlog video about none other than Shutter Island from the movie and just insane asylums in general. And the reason why I want to draw this is because sometimes it's kind of a negative to have a really creative, intense imagination, and it could backfire on you when you go to sleep at night. So we're going to do from the movie of Leonardo DiCaprio and the creepy woman from that movie. She just haunts my nightmares sometimes, and I always remember her. So creepy with the island and the lighthouse. We're just gonna get into the drawing and I'm gonna tell you why these nightmares have been killing me lately. So I wanted to draw Shutter Island because I feel like I belong there with all of the dreams and nightmares I've had. They've been so intense. I don't know what's reality or if I'm even like doing this right now sometimes. I've been having really weird sleeping patterns from trying to make videos of the makeup transformations, and I shouldn't blame that. But it's just crazy. Me and one of my best friends, we always joke about how we belong on Shutter Island because we're so crazy sometimes and we both have great imaginations. But it could backfire, like I said before, because sometimes I think if your imagination goes wild and out there, your nightmares will get crazy. I've been having the same recurring nightmare night after night. It's happened 3 or 4 times so far. For some reason, it is always like at my Nana's house, and she's never in the dream or nightmare. It's just at her residence of her house, but it's not her actual house. It's one that's like extended into a giant mansion, something from like The Shining, and it looks the same, smells the same. I can smell, feel, and see all of her animals in the house in my nightmares, and everything's the same except it looks different, and it's huger and darker and really creepy. And that's why I always thought of Shutter Island, because Shutter Island, it is one of those Leonardo DiCaprio movies that makes your mind just like, it'll make you rethink everything. What am I living right now? Am I really doing this? Is this a dream? Like, what if your life isn't what it seems to be? What if this is all a dream? It's like the new age Shining, but with Leonardo DiCaprio, and it's so haunting, it's gonna stick with you. But back to my dreams and nightmares at my Nana's house in my brain. The first night I had this dream that there was these giant spiders, and I have really terrible arachnophobia. I hate spiders. But these spiders were like as big as giant softballs, and the string, the web that they had was like as thick as real life yarn, and I was getting caught in it and they were chasing me. And I remember I was in my Nana's backyard, but it was like a forest, like Jumanji style. Have you seen that movie from the 90s? It was like overgrown Jurassic Park type era stages in her backyard. It looked just like it, but like overgrown with forests and everything and jungle, and these giant spiders trying to attack me, like I said. And my brother was there, but he was laughing at me and he was not helping at me. And then I woke up just like rubbing my arms and like, what? Get away from me. Did this happen? Is this real life? I hate when that happens, when you wake up and you're like rubbing your arms and maybe you could feel a needle inside you. Yes, I feel pinches. Even like you say, pinch yourself, see if you're a dream or not. If I pinch myself in my dream, I will probably pinch myself so hard I'd rip the skin out and I'd actually feel it in my dream or nightmare. That's how crazy it is. I never know what's happening. This is what happens when I get really bad sleep schedules. And the second and third time I had this dream, it was also in my Nana's house, my grandma's house, who passed away. She passed away about, oh my gosh, it was 6 years ago already. But she had like all these creepy dolls in her house, and she liked collecting things, so everything was just in its right place in my dreams and nightmares. But the walls were so dark and like almost hollow looking in certain spots, and she had like hardwood floors, which she didn't really have in her, no, she didn't have hardwood floors in her house, but in this house she had hardwood floors, and everything was bigger and taller, and it felt like I was in a mansion. All the rooms looked the same, but they were expanded. There's dark spots, and under the bed you heard creaking, and you didn't hear anything, but you saw things scurrying in corners of the room where there was dark spots and under the bed. And they were like these demon things. They almost looked like humans, but they didn't have horns. They had really hollow mouths and eyes, and I could not forget it or shake it. And their skin was sunken in onto their bones that you could see, but they were the shape of humans, and they were like trying to lure me into these dark spots of the room. And all of a sudden I remember they took something away from me in my mom's arm. We were like interlocking arms trying to like find our way through this house and separate rooms, and every night that we had to stay in this house was like a giant mansion. We had to stay in a different room every night and choose a room. And they remember I smelled my Nana's perfume and her cigarettes But all of a sudden I was holding my mom's arm in this one room that was her guest room with all these dolls, and I could feel her like being sliding away from me, and I look over and my mom's clawing on these hardwood floors, and these demon people are trying to pull her so fast. I remember rushing and all these things flying. She was sliding across the floor so fast it was going under the bed, under these cabinets, and I was trying to grab her to get her from these demon people, but right when they were about to suck her into this like dark hole in the wall, remember Coraline when she had that wall door thing in her bedroom wall, or was it a fireplace? I don't remember, but that's what it was like. It was like this deep, dark place in this wall, and she was about to be sucked into it, and I woke up. And that's all I remember. I had that one happen about 2 or 3 nights in a row. I feel like there's a hidden meaning of this in my life, but I don't know what it is or how deep it is really. But yeah, that's why I wanted to draw Shutter Island, because I feel a little bit crazy. Sometimes I get such bad nightmares when I was a child. I even had stages for a couple years where I would sleepwalk, and my family would like literally follow me around the house. I was really young. I think I was from 10 to preteens. I would sleepwalk, and I would be like so alert. I could tell you what time the clock said even though I was asleep, and you could talk to me and I would talk back to you, and I would know all the steps in the house and sit on different couches. It was really creepy and weird, and I used to talk in my sleep. I still do sometimes. I don't understand. That's why I think maybe I do belong on Shutter Island, and maybe I've been looking at too many dark things. Because if you follow me on Tumblr, I reblog all the things that inspire me, and most of them are dark, creepy things. For, I don't know, all the makeup inspirations I get have been on the dark, creepy side, and maybe it's a good thing I'm having these, because creatively, I'm like, my brain is just going wild and free, and it's fun. But logically, in like the real life, when I have to try to sleep, it's kind of hard. What if I really am in Shutter Island and Leonardo DiCaprio is sitting by my side in the same room and we're sharing the same cell? I love this creepy lady and Leonardo DiCaprio. I hope this kind of resembles him and looks like Shutter Island and that lady. Oh my gosh, it's so creepy. I love it. I was listening to the Sleepy Hollow soundtrack, because at first I was listening to Edward Scissorhands, but the London soundtrack on Spotify, it was like an orchestra in London. It's kind of happy-go-lucky, and it didn't fit this, but the Sleepy Hollow soundtrack, I've been addicted to that for days. It's so creepy, eerie, and good. I could just picture like Johnny Depp like messing with all of the really weird like dissection instrument things in that movie, and I really enjoyed drawing this. It took about 15 minutes for me to complete this with graphite pencil and then graphite powder, their faces, and then the island in the middle. So I hope this creeped you out a little bit. If you don't like scary movies, just try watching one that has some logical things in it like this one. I love things that make me think and creep me out at the same time. I hope you do too. So I hope you guys like this sketch, and what I'd like to know today is, have you guys been having any weird creepy dreams or nightmares lately? If you remember any, leave it down in the comments below. I think I've asked this a couple times. I just find dreams and nightmares like so interesting. Oh, and before I forget, shout out to Jennifer, aka Wolfie. She sent me such a beautiful thing, this drawing. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. Look at the girl with the red hair and the little heart she's holding in the striped shirt. I love it. It's so cool. It's like a punk rock girl who likes Freddy Krueger sweaters. I love it. She sent me a letter that was so good, and one of the envelopes so that I could write her back. So it's already like written to me, and not to me, from me to her. So if you guys would like any of your drawings or creations also featured in these sketch a day videos, just send it to this address right here. And if you attach like an extra envelope that's addressed back to you, I will have the chance to write back to you like Jennifer did. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will definitely be seeing you soon. And I love you all. Bye. Doing very creepy, like veiny lines from your eyes and darkening the hollows of your eyes. That's why we left it blank, kind of not put all the white there before. It's kind of like when you painted suns as a kid in elementary school and you had those lines with the circle. You get as artistic as you want and get various sizes of paintbrushes. It kind of looks like roots of a tree. And now that we look like the Wicked Witch from The Wizard of Oz, we are going to use this dark green as lipstick.